Hey everybody, this is Grace. Pardon the way I'm doing the video, but anyway, this video I want to talk about people who are hypocrites. You know, that is a word that we don't hear all that often anymore. But I've already made one video. I haven't made it public, I don't think, about it. But I keep seeing, I keep seeing it so much. You know, people who are, you know, really they're my way, the highway also, but they, you know, there's a lot of projection. They say those people do this, but when they're actually the ones doing it too. And those people, whenever you hear those people, it's usually something ignorant that follows, you know, from the person who says those people. But, you know, they're not doing it. The people. It's that person. And they're trying to, you know, set it up. You know, they could just be that ignorant. But sometimes it seems like they're setting it up so even if they do it like practically within the same breath, they're saying, no, it's those people. You know, they're setting it up that way. I see so much that these days, and I mean, this can be something that you see in person. It could be something that you read online, a video. You know, there are plenty of places people make videos these days. Not just like what I'm doing right now, but plenty of other places. And I see it quite often whenever I do, you know, watch them. It's like, really? Again? You say it? You know, oh, they're doing this and this, and then right then, they do that same exact thing. You know, like people who make videos. Okay, say, they say, well, I won't watch anybody who doesn't show their face on videos. I've mentioned this in more than one video, and you know, I don't always show my face. I have over the years, but you know, showing it every once in a while. But I'm not a person who has to be on camera. You know, I don't have to have everybody looking at me, look at me, look at me. I'm not very histrionic. I'm not at all, really. So, you know, the theatrical, they have to be the center of attention. Everybody needs to be looking at them. They, you know, they don't all do the same, but you know, usually a lot of makeup. You know, something with their hair, very loud. Their look is very loud. Their actions are very loud. Their voice is very loud. Their laughter is like a cackle, is very loud. And they want that center to be that center of attention. Like, you know, like they're driving down the road. I do videos driving down the road. I have for years, and I don't have it on my face. People have seen my face. They can go back through my videos and see my face. I want to see what they're going, what they're doing. You know, what it's like around where they live. And that's my choice. I'm not saying that everybody should be. But the person, the type that does this, they do. You know, they think that everybody thinks like them. And they'll say things like, you know, that this is about cancel culture. Okay, it's the new phase, I mean, new thing, new craze. Everybody's talking about cancel culture. You know, like, especially like people who make videos, they may have made them for years, and somebody goes back, watches their old videos, and says, you know, oh, look at this, they said something really bad, and really racist, sexist, ageist, whatever it is, and people, you know, say, I'm not accepting of that, and that's a cancel culture. That person no longer makes videos, or those people, you know, see, now I'm saying it, those different people who had been canceled like that. Okay, these are people who really complain a lot about cancel culture. Now, to me, if you're doing any of those negative isms, as I call them, yeah, maybe not. Maybe you shouldn't be, you know, you're, you know, out there representing it. But I'm not one to go around telling people, you know, this and that. But imagine somebody who is always complaining about cancel culture, and then has the nerve to say something like, I don't watch people if they don't show their face, and I certainly wouldn't support them in any financial way. Cancel culture much? I mean, seriously, they can be complaining about cancel culture, and then boom, turn it to what they won't do, and then have the nerve to say nobody else should either. Think about that. They're canceling that person. They're part of that cancel culture that they're complaining about so much, and that's in just one example of many, many. Now, none of us are perfect, so if we do it once, maybe twice or something. But when it's back, you know, that's not being perfect. But when it's back to back to back to back to back, doing that, yeah, you start to see when it's constant projection. Those people do that. They do that. That person does this. And then they do it themselves. They have a history of it. You can go back and see. Yeah. Okay, there's that kind of thing. There are so many different kinds of examples of this kind of thing. Like, I saw a woman one time making videos, and she was on a live stream, and apparently some, like teenagers or some kids, or a kid got on there, and the child's grammar was really bad, and the child was apparently saying something negative toward her. I don't know, but she started mocking the child, making fun of the child's grammar. Now, I am certainly not a grammarian, but I don't take out my little red pen, and scratch all over the paper. But you get what I'm saying. But she was a child. This is a grown-up woman around my age, and she's bashing children, mocking children, using that very sarcastic voice toward children, or a child, and mocking their grammar and telling them that they need to go back to school. This same person has the worst grammar I have ever heard in somebody around my age. Seriously. Okay? She does not know at all when to use the word don't. She uses it all the time when most of the time it doesn't. Okay? And that's not the end of it. I mean, there is more. There are more. There is more. It's been a long. So I told you I'm not a grammarian. I admit it. But I don't pick on kids. I don't really pick on anybody. I'm bringing this up as a point. When you pick on other people, you are judged by that same yardstick. And this is someone who says she's a Christian. Should know that. I do. I know that. Judge not. Really, but she was judging a child, mocking a child. I mean, come on. That is horrible to me. And she says she's the Christian. Mm-hmm. I mean, she may be. She just might not understand. No. You don't mock. You don't judge. You don't, especially when you are not willing to look at yourself and say, okay, am I perfect? No. Do I make mistakes? Yes. Is my grammar perfect? She might think so. She apparently thought theirs was horrible, that she was one to judge, to be able to judge. Now, one of the first things that I think many people learn about narcissistic people, not diagnosing anybody. That's one of the things a person should learn right off the bat. Don't diagnose unless you are the licensed professional counselor, whatever it is where you live for that person. But you certainly wouldn't be telling in the world. But one of the things, that's one of the things you learn. And also that they often, not all of them, it's never, and this is another thing, it's never one size fits all. But often people who are narcissistic that I have seen in my personal life, that have these behaviors, they will not ever admit that they're wrong. Even if somebody, lots of people can just keep telling them the same thing over and over again, and they will not admit that they're wrong about anything, and they will say, they're just haters, online, trolls, they're just trolls, or they're just haters, they're just this. No, you're wrong. They won't admit that they're wrong about that being wrong. They'll find some other way to put it off on somebody else because it's definitely not them to them. And other people are saying, yeah, it is you. But no, they will never, ever, never admit it. Now, the only time I've ever seen anybody, actually, never is not the right word, that I've ever seen anybody that's narcissistic actually say that they're wrong is when they'll benefit off of saying they're wrong. Think about that. If they have something to benefit by admitting that they're wrong, it could be something right then or something that, like they're going to go to prison if they don't. They have to somehow benefit off of it. Like I said, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. And I think and I've done a video about this, that I think a lot of people, they want certainty, and saying it is a one-size-fits-all. They all do it. No. I said that economist thinking that, that's some of them do that too. It's all or nothing. So they'll look confident and look like they really know what they're talking about. The people who really know what they're talking about generally will say it's not one-size-fits-all. There's no one solution for everybody's problem with a narcissistic person. They don't all act the same. They don't all do the same. Similar, but not the same. There are different types, the ways, the behaviors, traits, and all that, different ways. But some people want to hear it's only one. It makes it easier for them. Well, it's not easy. Nobody said there should be easy, although some people might. They give that one solution to all the problems. No. Everybody's different. Everybody's situation different. Every situation is different. And some people will put out there that they all have that one answer. They are the ones who hold the answer to the big question. No, they don't. They do not. They don't have a one-size-fits-all for every situation. Okay, it's 71 degrees here today. Lovely, lovely weather. Anyway, get back to this about cancel culture and the people who do stuff like that. The ones who actually do it. Watching them is kind of, in a way, feels like to me, watching a train wreck waiting to happen. Okay, now that person may have heard from other people or whatever, you're wrong about this and you shouldn't do that. This is what you do. You're a hypocrite. You're, just pure projection on your part, and you don't know what you're talking about. Whatever people, I don't know. I don't ever say anything to them. But whatever people are saying, you're telling them, you can hear them come back, because then they come out like they double down on it. They keep repeating it, keep repeating the haters, the trolls, the this, the that. Oh, they're really just wanting to learn from me. No, what they're learning is what not to do. Have you ever considered that? People like that. Have they ever considered that some people, and I don't think this is a good way to be either, the people who are watching because it's a train wreck waiting to happen. And I can see that some people have some anger or something against people like that, and they want to see that somehow, some way, something, karma, you can even say, or what goes around comes around. Something is going to happen, and that person's going to have to see the light. But I don't think they will. It depends on where they are on the spectrum and all that, how stubborn they are, if they have anything to benefit by learning. Like I said, many things. I don't think so. Especially somebody around my age. I just don't see it. I've never seen it myself. That they say, "Oh, I see the error in my ways, and I'm going to change my way." And I'm going. No, they tend. My personal experience is that they tend to double down, triple down, whatever. They're going to keep going. Because they have that sense of, too many of them. I have seen the ones I know. I'm not saying all of them. The ones I know, they just have that sense that nobody on this planet has a right to tell them what to do or not to do. Again, if you're a Christian, maybe you know that you're supposed to, what? Abide by the laws of the land. And if it's online, there wasn't online back then, but if they have rules and regulations, you're to abide by them. Unless, of course, it goes against what God himself said, and you can read in the Bible. Not what you want to interpret it to be, not what you want to say it says, what it actually says, but instead what it actually says. But nope. I don't know where people get on that. They can just break every rule. They can break every rule. They're just such a rebel. Every rule, every law, every social rules, they can break all of them. Nobody in the world can tell them what they can do. There are plenty of people that is their job. you say the wrong thing, you do the wrong thing, you might wind up behind some bars. You know? There are rules and laws in effect for reasons. Those speed limit signs aren't just suggestions. Those are the people who it's just a suggestion to. They don't have to look at them. They don't have to mind them. They don't have to mind anybody. Come on, really? Huh, yeah. But then, like this is a social thing. You know, they can put out to the world, you know, there's cancel culture. I'm tired of cancel culture. People are just sitting around doing that, and then right then they do it themselves. But I can tell you this: I would not support this. I would not support that. I don't think that should be around. That's just wrong. And then they'll say things about, just don't be a Karen when they are a Karen. Okay, the real definition of Karen. Of being a Karen. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to get out here and make this little video. It was good to get out of the house. The weather, I'm serious, is so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. So just get outside, even if it's just sitting in my car, because not much to do outside right now. We just had our lawn done this Saturday for the first time for, since, I guess, sometime in, when was it? Was it in fall, maybe? So we had our lawn done, and we didn't even know they were going to show up. They just show up, every week for a while, and then they're gone, then they come back. We know it. We know the score. That's how it's been. So, but it was like, wow, it's that early? It's that time already? So they're really good. They are really good. But no complaints there. But anyway, just thought I'd do this video. And I had mentioned in one of my videos that I'd made that I was going to take off again the comments, but because of some weirdness that's been going on with my channels, and I had not noticed it, and I think it was yesterday before, some of the night before, I started noticing what was going on my YouTube channels, and so I was going to turn the comments off, and then I started thinking maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe that's the exact problem, is when the comments are not on. So we'll see what happens. And they might be on and off. Maybe that's the best way to put it. Anyway, I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye.